At least I don't hit women, bro. On camera too.
You an L,
You
bro.
a woman beater.
You beat women.
Wow.
He never went to jail. He never did an ounce of jail time. He never was found guilty. He never went to trial. So therefore, to me, he didn't do it. What up, YouTube? Today we're talking about Fresh and Fit tried their best, their hardest to clap back at Joe Budden recently on Rumble, but they failed miserably and damn near embarrassed themselves, and quite frankly, repeated some of the same lines that they did the last time they responded to Joe Budden last year. And all this stems from when Joe Budden called them out and grilled them on their shit like he should have. Now, I will admit, like, even though Joe Budden did grill him again, last year's grilling was spicy compared to this one. This was a bit milder.
Did you see how Joe Budden attacked you guys in the last episode? He said that you guys were broke without YouTube. I think it's time you address this clown.
No. We still broke.
Let me tell you this. Number one, I'm not doing anything weird with my dog. Number two, we surpassed him on YouTube. Number three, he's a failed rapper. No one listens to fucking mood music. Number four, he's emotional. Number five, he beats on women.
Now, hold on there, Myron. Why are you sitting here trying to bring up accusations against the man when you yourself have always championed men who have allegations against them when it comes to abuse? You are always the one who comes off as the champion of the people and say, no, insert man's name didn't do it. Oh, wait, you only say that if it's your friends, but not everybody else, not the other way around.
Number six, people that work with him don't respect him. He went ahead and turned his back on people that helped him build up his podcast, right? At the end of the day, bro, Joe, you can say whatever you want to say, bro. Here's the thing. I probably have a similar or close to net worth as him, and I've been in the game for only 3 years. I invested my money in real estate, bro. That's appreciating. I don't know if you did. I don't know what the fuck you doing, but at the end of the day, bro, like I said before, haters gonna hate. His music sucks. He turned his back on the people that built him up in the first place. No loyalty, no fucking respect. And dude, look at his views on YouTube. They're trash. No.
Joe Budden's podcast numbers is pretty much almost identical to Fresh and Fit's.
No one watches this nigga, bro. Literally no one watches him. Like, what the fuck? We've been on YouTube for 3 years and we absolutely eclipsed the Joe Budden network.
And listen,
in
Joe.
every way.
Listen, Joe.
How the fuck do you help men, Joe? Like, honestly, real talk. What do? You gossip and talk about music all day. How are you helping men? How are you creating an impact? Real talk. How are you?
He helps himself.
You got two random dudes, a former Fed and some dude from Barbados, surpassed you in relevance, in helping men, saving more lives. We slapped you on YouTube. You've been on this shit for a decade plus.
Dude, we're a household name. What are you, bro?
Household name. The only time anybody even talks about y'all for the most part is when y'all say some dumb shit. So I wouldn't necessarily call that as a household name. Literally over here trying to say that nobody watches Joe Budden when he must forgot that the episodes of Humans that he's done have all had over 1 million views. He can talk about Joe's rap career all he wants. The fact of the matter is Joe Budden is still relevant today because of his podcast. If he knew, well, look, if the only song I got that's a hit is Pump It Up, and then I could transition to something else, doing podcasting. And by the way, Joe Budden's podcasts have always been doing good in terms of ranking as well. So I ain't got no clue what Myron's talking about.
Added to that as well, bro. You talking about our business, bro? You have no idea what we do behind the scenes. So, she don't say that.
Nigga said we don't got nothing without YouTube. Like,
yeah, bro.
Nigga, we like I said, we're on other platforms. We invested our money. Like, what the fuck? Like, bro,
I can say this, Joe. At least I don't hit women, bro. On camera too.
You an L,
You
bro.
a woman beater, bro.
Nigga, you beat women.
Wow.
Like, that's an L automatically. You want to sit there and say, y'all are misogynists and assholes. Nigga, I've never once raised my hand and attacked a woman. So you're an L automatically. I don't give a fuck what you say.
Yo.
You can sit there. At least we say what it really is and we tell guys the truth about women. You literally beat women.
And throughout the rest of the video, he pretty much repeats the same line. Oh, you hit women, Joe. You hit women. But what he's saying about Joe are only allegations. Joe Budden has never did any jail time, never went to trial because of this. And these are all allegations that stem as far back as 2020, even goes back to 2016. And them charges back then was dropped. So I don't know why Myron or anyone else would try to bring up his past and say, oh, you beat women, when in fact he never went to jail. He never did an ounce of jail time. He never was found guilty. He never went to trial. So therefore, to me, he didn't do it. There were only allegations. And it is shocking that Myron, of all people, is trying to blast Joe Budden with false allegations. And by the way, he said the exact same thing before last year. I'm talking about almost verbatim. Nothing changed. And towards the end of the video, he tries to insinuate he wants to fight Joe Budden. Listen, we've been down this road before. You are not a street dude. You're a city boy. You are a suburban kid.
You are a bitch, and it's okay to be a bitch. I'm trying to be tough. I say that with love. Which camera? I'm right here. You are a bitch. Your mama raised a good boy. Oh, be that. You embarrassing granny. You got a good heart, my nigga. Stop trying to be tough. You are a bitch.
Last I checked, you and Joe come from two different backgrounds. You come from the suburbs. He comes from the real shit. You are not that. Play your role. And it never fails. Anytime somebody criticizes him because he don't like how it's delivered, because he don't like how it's said, he wants to challenge somebody to a fight. So if your dad criticized you for whatever, right, you're going to get mad and want to fight your pops? And this right here just tells me that Myron really don't care about his content. He really don't care about his brand, because if he did, for one, he'd still be monetized on YouTube. Secondly, he wouldn't be responding anytime somebody had something to say. He would just simply ignore it and probably would have told the guy who sent $100, thanks for the $100, I'm not going to respond to Joe Budden, and keep it pushing. And another thing I don't understand, I do not understand it when people like Myron want to have this grandstanding virtue signaling. Oh, look at me, I'm helping men become better men. Okay, congratulations. That's a good thing. But don't rub it in other people's faces because they don't do it. Everybody has a different way to help people via entertainment or distraction. And there's nothing wrong with being a distraction. You know why? Because not everybody is well versed on helping people. It's not our job to help people. It's something different entirely if someone asks from the community, hey, I want your advice on this. Okay, cool. We would give the person who's part of our community advice and go from there. But do we have some type of grandstanding virtue signaling and say, hey guys, why aren't you doing what we're doing? That's like donating to the Red Cross, going back home and shaming your neighbor for not donating to the Red Cross. Like, oh, I'm a better person than you because I saved lives. Congratulations. Do you want a cookie, chocolate chip, or peanut butter? And I've never understood this. Like, granted, I understand what the Red Pill movement is for, helping men become the better version of themselves and all that. But don't act all high and mighty like you're better than someone when there's other YouTubers out there who literally would be told the same exact thing that your fan base tells you. Oh, because of you playing a game that I like, you helped me get through depression, or whatever the case may be. Been thinking about self-deletion, but because they watch their podcast, because they watch their videos, because they like how they deliver the news or how entertaining they are, they play a game, they help them through that. And when people tell their favorite YouTuber that, do you see the YouTuber hop on a mic and say, hey guys, why aren't you doing what I'm doing? No, nobody says that. And to me, that right there, it tells me you don't really give a fuck about helping men. You just want to help men, or help men just to use it as a bragging right. When you help somebody, it's not something that should be used and weaponized as a bragging right. It should be something that you're proud of doing, and that's it. Not try to rub it in somebody's face because they're not doing what you do. And something else I don't like what Myron does. He feels like, oh, if you come at me and criticize me, you should be this perfect human being that has no flaws. You have to look a certain way, which if you're criticizing a man's looks, you're gay. If he ain't doing that, he's doing other things like bringing up some stuff you've done in the past, try to use it as the deflection mechanism, and try to use the glass house theory of, if you live in a glass house, don't cast stones. But the problem with that, Myron, is everybody lives in a glass house. We all have a glass house. Most of us are just good at hiding a glass house by just making it look like a regular house and nothing more, so people won't be none the wiser. We are all imperfect people who live in an imperfect world, so therefore there is no such thing as a perfect messenger. So I wish people stopped acting like that there's such thing as a perfect messenger, or that there's a person who is so perfect they don't have a glass house or they don't have any insecurities. They do, just like Myron has. He just probably doesn't air it out and keep it private. Point being, we all live in glass houses in one way, shape, or form. So don't try to make it seem like you're this perfect human being when you're not. You are human. You are not a god. But with that being said, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments below, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.